शगना दी शाम अखियां विच लेके माही तेरा ही नाम, मैं ते तुर जाना तेरे नाल वे। तारे मेहमान चन्ना वे तेरी खातिर सारा जहां, छड़ के मैं जाना तेरे नाल वे। ओ बाबुल दी निगिया बाबा, अम्मी दी सारियां दुआवां, सारी सखियां दी यादां नू संभाल, मैं ते जाना तेरे नाल माहिया, मैं ते जाना तेरे नाल ढोलना, मैं ते जाना तेरे नाल। You gotta know me, if you love me, you gotta show me. Lecha, 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 lecha रे।
मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा, बस यही कहीं रह जा, मैं तेरी दीवानी रे, अफसोस तुझे है क्या। मुझसे दूर कहीं ना जा, बस यही कहीं रह जा, मैं तेरी दीवानी रे, अफसोस तुझे है क्या। तेरी मेरी कहानी नहीं बन गई, तू मेरा हो गया, मैं तेरी हो गई, जहाँ जाए तू संग मुझे ले जा।
ले जा, ले जा, ले जा, ले जा,
ले जा, ले जा रे, महकी रात में चुरा के सारे रंग ले जा,
सारे रंग ले जा।
रातें रातें में भीगू साथ में, तू ऐसी मुलाकात दे जा।
Back it up now. Get 'em up. Got it.
ये तेरी मेरी बातें, ये मीठे मीठे पल, ये भीगे भीगे मौसम में लेना हमें कल। ये तेरी मेरी बातें, ये मीठे मीठे पल, ये भीगे भीगे मौसम में लेना हमें कल। तेरे लिए मैं हूँ, मेरे लिए तू है, डर किस बात का है। I wanna know you right, boy, you got me real tight. Now I wanna hear you say, जहाँ जाए तू संग मुझे ले जा, ले जा, ले जा, ले जा, ले जा, ले जा, महकी रात में चुरा के सारे रंग ले जा,
सारे रंग ले जा।
रातें रातें में भीगू साथ में, तू ऐसी मुलाकात दे जा।
Back it up now. Get 'em
जावा वे सदके में जावा सजना, सहरे तेरे ते मैं मोतियां पिरोवा सजना, हूँ तुझ पे निसार में, लू नजरे उतार में, मेरा तो अब से चुरा के सबसे दिल में छुपा लूं मेरे, मत्थे ते चमकन वाल मेरे बनने दे, मत्थे ते चमकन वाल मेरे बनने दे, जुग जुग जीवे मेरा सोना माही, जुग जुग जीवे मेरा सोना माही, मेहंदी करे हथ लाल मेरे बनने दे, हो मत्थे ते चमकन वाल मेरे बनने दे।
मत्थे ते चमकण वाल हो तेरे बनने दे।
अखियाँ मेरी पूछ रही हैं दिल को, मेरे चैन नहीं है किथे लड़ाइयाँ वे, तो अखियाँ किथे लड़ाइयाँ वे, कैसे तुझको मैं बताऊँ राहें तेरी तकती जाऊँ, नींदा चुराइयाँ वे, तो मेरी यहाँ नींदा चुराइयाँ वे।
धड़कन ये कहती है दिल तेरे बिन धड़के ना, एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना। धड़कन ये कहती है दिल तेरे बिन धड़के ना, एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना। तुझ में रात मेरी, तुझ में दिन मेरे, लम्हा एक जीऊँ ना मैं तो बिन तेरे। तुझ में रात मेरी, तुझ में दिन मेरे, लम्हा एक जीऊँ ना मैं तो बिन तेरे। है तेरे साथ सफर, जाना मुझे है किधर, के बीत जाए तुझ में ये उम्र, एक पल की भी अब तो दूरी ना मुझको देना। एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना।
एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना।
हिस्सा है तू अब तो मेरे दिल के जज्बातों का, तू लफ्ज है ठहरा हुआ बस मेरी बातों का। हिस्सा है तू अब तो मेरे दिल के जज्बातों का, तू लफ्ज है ठहरा हुआ बस मेरी बातों का। आंखें ये कहती है तू सामने मेरे रहना, एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना।
एक तू ही यार मेरा, मुझको क्या दुनिया से लेना।
सोने का रंग है, शीशे का अंग है, जो देखे दंग है क्या कहूँ। हैरान मैं भी हूँ, ये क्या अंदाज है, इतना क्यों नाज है, इसमें क्या राज है क्या कहूँ। सोने का रंग है, शीशे का अंग है, जो देखे दंग है। क्या कहूँ, हैरान मैं भी हूँ, ये क्या अंदाज है, इतना क्यों नाज है, इसमें क्या राज है। क्या कहूँ। रानी मेरे साथ माल फूक फूक ले, थामू तेरी कमर धुएं के फिर घूट ले, सांसों से चढ़ेगी तू कश तो लगा ले, अरे दम बोले दम का हम मजा लूट ले। चंदन ये बदन मत कर तू जतन, हम दम मेरे संग डोरी में तू पतंग, दम दम बम बम खींच मेरे हम दम, दम का बम खींचेगी तू भूलेगी तू सारे गम, दम दम बम बम खींच मेरे हम दम, दम का बम खींचेगी तू भूलेगी तू सारे गम, दम दम बम बम खींच मेरे हम दम, दम का बम खींचेगी तू भूलेगी तू सारे गम। दम दम बम बम खींच मेरे हम दम, दम का बम खींचेगी तू भूलेगी तू। मैंने जब देखा था तुझको, रात भी वो याद है मुझको, तारे गिनते गिनते सो गया, दिल मेरा धड़का था कसके, कुछ कहा था तूने हंस के, मैं उसी पल तेरा हो गया। आसमानों पे जो खुदा है उससे मेरी यही दुआ है, चांद ये हर रोज मैं देखूं तेरे साथ में। पुट्टी मोहब्बत ने अंगड़ाई ली, दिल का सौदा हुआ जमी पर जान रुक जा तू घड़ी भर, थोड़े तारे तो बिछा दूं मैं तेरे वास्ते। आज़मा ले मुझको यारा तू जरा सा कर इशारा, दिल जला के जगमगा दूं मैं तेरे रास्ते। मेरे जैसा इश्क में पागल फिर मिले या ना मिले कल, सोचना क्या हाथ ये दे दे मेरे हाथ में। कुट्टी मोहब्बत ने अंगड़ाई ली, दिल का सौदा हुआ चांदनी रात में। तेरी नजरों ने कुछ ऐसा जादू किया, लुट गए हम तो पहली मुलाकात में। कुट्टी किस्से मोहब्बत के हैं जो किताबों में, सब चाहता हूँ मैं संग तेरे दोहराना। कितना जरूरी है अब मेरी खातिर तू, मुश्किल है लफ्जों में कह पाना, अब तो ये आलम है।
I'd like to welcome everyone to the wedding of Afra Khan and Fawad Sheikh, and at this time, please join me in warmly welcoming the groom's family. First of all, Faizullah Sheikh and family. Zahid Sheikh and family. Sanaullah Sheikh and family. John Muhammad Sheikh and family. Uzair Sheikh and family. And the parents of the groom, Nasrullah Sheikh and Saeeda Sheikh, and their dancer Zaid Sheikh with his friends, and please
दे ओ पंजाबी टच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच ओए नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच कदे विच कम कमा जा चीची लेके आ जा डंगा नू छिड़का जा दिलां नू नी टंगा जा भावें अंग्रेजी ते भावें दे पंजाबी टच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच ओए नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच चांदी वर्गे रंग चमकने मर जाना गुड़ खा के ओए सारो जांदे छड़ियां ले तू हंसी मच बचा के चांदी वर्गे रंग चमकने मर जाना गुड़ खा के ओए सारो जांदे छड़ियां ले तू हंसी मच बचा के ओए लगदी है जापान दी बने पिछों मतान दी रानी थलोची ते पंजाबी नच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन कम कमा जा चीची लेके आ जा बंगा नू छिड़का जा दिलां नू टंगा जा अंग्रेजी ते भावें दे पंजाबी नच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच पंजाबन नच
Hey, hold on. Everyone wants to know what's going on here. So what are the numbers there, guys?
We don't pay the women, or we don't pay the men, so this Great Wall of China right here, that can just go. The women in the family, okay, so we got like 7 women here, so like $50 a pop. They didn't make it here, did they? Oh. So let's just count out the women over here, right? We can do like $50 a pop. No. Immediate family people, Afra is like extremely close with, so maybe like I will gladly give $200 to Hannah alone, and that's done. Yeah, that's why you have a day job. I'm not here to pay your bills. Well, technically, Afra and I are already married. She lives in Virginia. All her stuff is at the apartment. So Afra, I'll just see you there. Peace.
All right, hold on. We got 10. 10 cousins, female, close. And the starting price is at 100, so we're at, someone do the math for me, $1,000. Hey, Afra's out there, by the way. Do you have anything to say on How much? What's she doing? 10,000? your seat. Thank you guys for being here.
We're coming. No, we're coming back. No, no.
I don't have any.
No,
I'm clean out. I'm back.
सौ फिक्र छोड़ के मैं तेरी ओर चल पड़ा, तेरे साथ बारिशों में मैं भीगने चल पड़ा। तेरा हुआ मैं तेरा, मेरा रहा ना मेरा, ऐसे दो दिल मिले कारवां चल पड़ा। मैं मुसाफिर तेरे रास्ते चल पड़ा, मैं मुसाफिर तेरे रास्ते चल पड़ा। सौ फिक्र छोड़ के मैं तेरी ओर चल पड़ा।
Shafi Khan, Nuri Khan, and the bride, Dr. Afra Khan.
तुझको मैं रख लूँ जहाँ पे
जाने हैं सब जी फिर भी बनाए बहाने नैना नवाबी जी देखे हैं सब जी फिर भी न समझे इशारे मनी साहिब जी हम करता बहाने नैना नवाबी जी न समझे इशारे
कहने को जश्न बहारा है इश्क ये देख के हैरा है कहने को जश्न बहारा है इश्क ये देख के हैरा है फूल से खुशबू खफा खफा है गुलशन में छुपा है कोई रंज फिजा की चिलमन में सारे सहम नजारे हैं सोए सोए वक्त के धारे हैं और दिल में कोई कोई
إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون ومن آياته خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات للعالمين ومن آياته منامكم بالليل والنهار وابتغاؤكم من فضله إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون ومن آياته يريكم البرق خوفا وطمعا وينزل من السماء ماء فيحيي به الأرض بعد موتها إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يعقلون ومن آياته أن تقوم السماء والأرض بأمره ثم إذا دعاكم دعوة من الأرض إذا أنتم تخرجون صدق الله.
It is among his signs that he has created you from dust, and soon you are human beings scattered around. And it is among his signs that he has created for you wives from among yourselves, so that you may find tranquility in them. And he has created love and kindness between you. Surely in this there are signs for a people who reflect. And among his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the differences of your tongues and colors. Surely in this there are signs for a person having knowledge. And among his signs is your sleep by night and day, and your search for his grace. Surely in this there are signs for a people who listen. listen. And it is among his signs that he shows you the lightning, which causes fear and hope, and that he sends down water from the sky. Then he revives the earth with it after its death. Surely in this there are signs for a people who understand. And it is among his signs that the sky and the earth stand firm by his command. Then he will call you from the earth by a single call. You will be coming out all at once.
My name is Ibrahim Boys, and I, along with my cousin Asen Ali, will be your co-hosts and co-MCs tonight. At this time, we'd like to warmly and humbly welcome you all to the wedding vow renewals. The 1-year anniversary? No, sorry. To the wedding reception of Fawad and Dr. Afra Fawad. You know, obviously we're here a year and a half later because of COVID. We all pray that we all go home safely, all our families remain safe during this time, and we may God and Allah always keep us safe. At this time, I'd like to introduce my brother from another mother, my cousin Asen Ali, to take over from here.
So, assalamu alaikum, everybody. So I actually wanted to start off by letting Fawad know that Abe and myself paved the road for this marriage to happen. See, we are the only ones in the family who married Pakistanis so far. So without us, this union doesn't exist.
You're very welcome.
So, Fawad, another thing is, you know, you might be thinking you're learning Urdu when you speak to us, but what I've learned is that we're not actually speaking Urdu. We speak some sort of slang dialect that has some Urdu in it. So, I don't know, you could pick up what you want. For the most part, you're not learning anything.
And you're not just marrying Indians, you're marrying into a Hyderabadi family. Ace, you have anything to say about that?
So, we're pretty problematic. We have huge egos. We're all Sayyids, by the way. I don't know how we know this, but we're all Sayyids.
So we are related to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, directly.
Apparently, yeah. So allegedly, I don't know. So, and I think in that kind of sense, we are constantly in competition with each other, with friends, family, neighbors, people we don't like, people we don't know. We're somehow in competition with them. So I think we need to get used to that. But what's interesting about Afra is she was kind of treated like a throwaway child. Shafi uncle and Rudy auntie were singularly focused on that man and his education.
Dr. Khan.
And I know uncle they did a great job. But Afra was having none of that. Afra was like, no, heck no. Like, you think this kid is smart? No way. Like, I've seen him. You shared a room. This kid is not that bright. So, you know, I remember when we were kids playing on the lawn, we would roughhouse with each other. If Shafi would always interject, if Afra was playing, we'd be like, hey, it's the shaadi hone ka hai. Like, we have to get her married. Like, you know, don't be so rough with her. But, you know, it's certain people got that offer of like, hey, don't worry about school, we're gonna get you married. I think a lot of people would take that. I mean, I would have taken it. If my parents approached me and said, hey, don't worry about school, we'll get you married, I'm like, that's a great deal. I'm taking that deal. But Afra, you know, I spent almost all my summers, once we moved to New England, I spent all my summers in Chicago, a lot on their couch on Divan, and every summer I was a loafer. I was on their couch, I'd wake up at 1 p.m. doing nothing, and Afra was off doing her summer enrichment programs at this prep school and that prep school, and then when my day was starting, her day was, you know, she was already had 8 hours of classes, and then she'd come home and be like, let's play something. She'd go, I have homework to do. And I go, what is this? It's summer. You know, you're supposed to sleep till noon and do nothing. But, you know, that's the type of person you're getting, and I'm sure you know that from a year and a half. She is focused, she is motivated, even if no one's trying to motivate her, and inshallah she'll bring that out of you as well.
That's awesome. That's a great memory of our job. At this time, I think we're going to do a ring ceremony. Does it sound right?
So are you just going to take them off and put them
And just so everyone knows what's happening, after this we will do a few speeches from some family, some friends of both the bride and the groom, and we will then proceed with giving advice to the new Hyderabadi and the new Pakistani based on our history and understanding of that relationship, and then we will go to food after that.
Raise your hand. Yes, look at each other. Beautiful, I got it.
And we are now officially official again. Okay, cue there would have been the ring on. So now at this time we'd like to start with some short speeches, and I will regulate the time, so for those who are hungry, don't worry about it. We would like to first start with Afra's cousin, Amber Ali.
Salam everyone. Can everyone hear me? Is this good? Salam everyone, my name is Amber. I am Afra's younger cousin, but also her self-proclaimed little sister. So growing up, I used to, always look up to Afra, even though we had like a 3-year age difference. I always wanted to copy her for everything that she did. She was truly my role model in everything. If she straightened her hair, I was like, I want to straighten my hair. My mom's like, you're 8, you can't, but here I was trying to be her. She loved Harry Potter, so I was like, okay, I have to be obsessed with Harry Potter now. So you know what, thank you for that. Harry Potter's great. We used to have sleepovers every weekend, get matching outfits, and it's safe to say we were pretty much inseparable growing up. The only thing I probably didn't copy, which I'm sure my parents wish I did, was her becoming a doctor. But also, I think the last few years, I've also taught Afra a couple things. For example, Afra loves driving under the speed limit. So letting her know that, you don't need to drive like a grandma. It's okay, it's broad daylight. So just giving her that reassurance. She's also the oldest 28-year-old I've probably met. Even though she's a millennial, she definitely gives off boomer vibes. I'm constantly teaching her about social media trends, what a Finsta is, TikTok, and so much more. But on a serious note, Fawad, I know I don't need to tell you this. It's been 1.5 years, but you're very lucky to have Afra, and she's definitely a special one. I don't know what duas you did, but they definitely came true with Afra. And woo, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Now I'd like to ask my 2 sisters, Amina and Khadija Moy.
So, Afra, when you asked me to talk today, I was a little nervous because it took me back to the incident of Thanksgiving 2010. You see, I was giving a speech at our cousin Asra's Walima, and it didn't go as planned. I ugly cried so much that I assumed all of my younger cousins made a pact to never allow me to hold a mic at their weddings. So when I told my daughter that I was speaking, the first thing she said with genuine concern was, "You're not going to cry, are you?" She was only 10 during Usher's wedding, so she's clearly scarred. Afra, I know you've been waiting so patiently for this day for over a year thanks to COVID, and there were times when you probably didn't even think this day was going to come. Alhamdulillah, here we are, just the way you envisioned, just a year later, well, a year and a half. I know you're used to hearing my advice, sometimes unsolicited, and today I wanted to share some with both of you. Fawad, again, unsolicited. So the first thing is show each other the best version of yourselves. The Prophet ﷺ advised us to be good to our spouse, and he followed that with, "And I am the best to my spouse." It sounds simple enough, but when you're in a fight and you don't even want to be in the same room together, reminding yourself that can be a struggle. And take time out for each other. Yeah, life gets busy, work, your residency, family obligations. It's important to set aside that time just for each other. And your marriage it's not just a union between you two, right? It serves as a bridge that you bring and you connect the two of your families, and inshallah strengthens the ties between them for you. You both are a mirror for each other. Use that as a way to help each other grow in your relationship. And lastly, no matter how bad the fight, always remember the good that your spouse has done for you. So remember those times where you come home and the house is clean, or the times that you come home and she's cooking even though she's had a long day at work, right? So those are the things that are going to allow you to soften your hearts toward each other even when you're upset. May Allah subhanahu bless your marriage, bless your families, may He protect you both from evil and guide you on the straight path. Ameen.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amina Moise, and I am Afra's oldest cousin from her mom's side. And I've been given the honor of speaking a little about her family, her parents. For those of you who were present at Khurram's wedding, I talked a lot about the sacrifices that were made by Nanima and Nana Baba and Afra's parents, Shaadi and Nur Khala. Over the last several years after Khurram and Ruqayyah's wedding, a couple of things happened. One tried and true, and the other transformational. First, tried and true. Nur Khala and Shafi Khalu have gotten older, but man, I gotta tell you, Shafi Khalu is even more of a romantic than he was before, if that's even possible. We had them over at my house for dinner a few weeks ago. So we have 3 cats, and so Nur Khala is not cat friendly at all. Her and Ruqayyah are on the same page for that, for sure. But Shafi Khalu, he was having fun. He was petting the cats, hanging out with them, super chill. One of our cats, her name is Bubbles. She is the matriarch of our household. When she sits, it seems like she's sitting like a human. So she's on the sofa and like resting her arm and she's just chilling. So she was like a foot away from Nur Khala. So Nur Khala's like eyeing her from the side, like she's not coming close to me, right? So then Shafi Khala looks over and he goes, I won't butcher it with the Urdu, I'll just tell you in the English. He goes, she looks like a queen. And without missing a beat, he turns to Nuriyanti and goes, but you are my prettiest queen. It was the best, it was pretty amazing. The adoration, respect, and kindness with which he treats her is heartwarming and gives the rest of us some hope. Second, transformational. They have become grandparents to Adam and Hannah. Someone once told me that the love for your child is immense, but the love for your grandchildren is indescribable. If you observe their interactions, this is clearly evident. Watching Adam and Hannah praying with Nur Khala and learning from her is incredibly endearing, and it reflects Nur Khala's love and dedication and spirituality to her grandchildren. Farm, don't cry, man. It's not time yet. Then I watched them interacting with Afra. I see those same seeds being planted. Afra's relationship has gotten so much stronger, not only with her parents, but with Ruqayya, Khurram, and now Adam and Hannah. Any chance she had to get some reprieve from her crazy medical school life, that is where she went. They, her family, were her sanctuary. The fruits of labor that began with Nanima and Nanababa, selflessly sacrificing and sending their children to America, are now beginning to ripen and bear fruit. They have had transcending effects on every relationship that has developed as a result of that sacrifice. They would have been so proud of their children today, their grandchildren, and mashallah, their great-grandchildren. Fawad, as you have probably picked up, you have married into an incredible family. That has made Afra who she is today. Strong, persevering, dedicated, passionate, and above all, loving and caring. She's the epitome of her parents, the result of their hard work and sacrifice. Everything she is today is a reflection of their life's work. May Allah bless you both with love, understanding, and above all, respect. Ameen.
Thank you. You forgot to mention that we are Sayyids. So now for this next part, myself and Asen, we solicited advice from our wives. As mentioned earlier, our spouses are Pakistani. So Asen will start with advice to Fawad on marrying a Hajj.
Well, and one quick correction, we have another Hyderabadi cousin who married Mansoor, also married a Pakistani. Way to go, Mansoor.
For you too.
So this is something, I'm going to call Afra on blast right now, but something you should know about Hyderabadi women is their level of religiousness changes on the setting, right? So if you're out at dinner with the extended family and you're unsure if something's Zabiha or not, she'll be like, I want to go to the kitchen, I want to talk to the chef, I want to see a certificate making sure this is Zabiha. And you know, if she's with some of the looser cousins when it comes to that stuff, she'll eat an In-N-Out burger, she'll have an animal style, she doesn't care. And there was one road trip where she was really hungry and she had Frisco milk. There, everyone knows. Frisco milk. Wow. One thing I have for you, Afra, is if you are lucky enough to visit Pakistan, do not tell the people who are in charge of your visas that you have Indian parents. The first time I went to the Pakistani consulate to get a visa to go to Pakistan with my wife, they asked me, oh, your parents are Pakistani too. They just assumed, right? And I wanted to be proud. I had my chest out, like, no, we're Indian. And he's like, oh, all right. He handed me 5 more forms and charged me an extra $500. So don't play that game. We could be honorary Pakistanis and save some money.
I agree 100%. For what? You'll always be underdressed. I guarantee you look out here, there's someone that's probably dressed better than you, just because. There is a time zone for Desi Standard Time. There's another time zone for Hyderabadi Standard Time. What is that? And me and Asen came here for you and for you. So be ready when our kids get married. Afra is going to leave and come to the wedding. Leave you with the kids. And she will enjoy it. That is an expectation and a promise we are both taking from each of you right now. Alright, now advice on marrying a Pakistani, piggybacking off what he said, is if you ever go to Turkey, tell them you're Pakistani. It's the easiest thing in the world. They love you. The visas are a lot cheaper if you're originally from there. But that relationship that they have, again, going on what Asen said on traveling, is
Pakistanis in the rest of the world rule. And their clothes are so much better. You're wearing a Karate Dupatta right now, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, you're not wearing it.
So now I'd like to ask Afra's friends to join us on the stage for a speech. Iram, Hiba, and Sanya.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Iram. I am the self-proclaimed best friend of Afra for the past 5 years. And in that time, I've gotten to know Afra pretty well. So what I'm going to do today is go through Afra's top 4 talent/personality traits. So number 1, you can always count on Afra to be prepared. So a few years ago, Afra and I decided to take a girls' trip to San Francisco. And I'm the type of person that's like, I have a few places in mind, we'll see where the day takes us. But no, that's not Afra whatsoever. A few days before the trip, she sends me a 4-page Excel sheet of all the places we're going to go to and exactly what time we're going to go to them. And when I asked her when we're going to go to the bathroom, she said that's in there as well. So that's the day I learned Afra is willing to make a list for everything in her life, which I love about her. Number 2, she is an amazing cook and a foodie. I'm sure you all have seen her Instagram stories of all her delicious tasty food she's always making. She's a good cook for the most part. For example, one time we were studying together in a classroom, building late at night, and Afra was feeling a little hungry, so she decided to microwave some popcorn. Long story short, the popcorn starts burning, and all of a sudden the fire alarm goes off. All the students come out like, what's going on? Why is the alarm still going off? And then all of a sudden, the fire department shows up, and they're having everyone evacuate the building. And that's the day that I learned that Afra hated med school so much, she was willing to let the whole building burn down for some popcorn. Number 3, she's an incredibly loyal friend until her life is in danger. So let me explain. On one of our trips, when we went to California, we decided to find this large tree that we saw on Instagram. So basically, it's like a tree with a swing on it. And then when we Ubered to the location, we quickly realized that this tree wasn't what we were expecting at all. It was in the middle of nowhere, and to get there, you had to walk up to this really steep hill. So when Afra and I finally get up there, there's a really weird vibe to the place. No one's around. The tree kind of seems a little haunted. All of a sudden, we hear a really weird noise. There's some rustling in the grass. So we turn to each other, and at that point, we're thinking this is either a coyote or a snake. So we're both like, okay, let's leave right now. I look down and I'm gathering my stuff, my camera and everything, and I look back up and Afra is halfway down the hill, running for her life, no regard for my life. And then that's the day that I learned that when it comes to fight or flight, Afra will always choose flight. So Fawad, I hope you're prepared to throw some fists whenever there's danger near. But on a more serious note, Fawad, you probably already know this, but Afra is a true gem. She always prioritizes her friends and her family before herself. She will be your biggest cheerleader, and she knows exactly what to say when you're having a bad day. I always tell everyone that I hope they find a friend like Afra in their lifetime because she is truly special. And I'm so happy for you both. I wish you a lifetime of happiness, and I'm going to get off the stage before I start crying. Congratulations.
Kind of. Thank you.
Well, Aaron, this is going to be really hard to follow you. I'm Hiba. I'm actually one of Afra's few Pakistani friends, just throwing that out there. Afra and I met at Loyola. She's probably one of the first friends that I met out there. And we bonded over our love of trashy reality TV and food. Over the course, and yes, I counted, we've been friends for 10 plus years now. We have celebrated each other, supported each other, and even cried through a lot of pivotal moments in our friendship. And I'm so happy that I was able to run into you at that MSA Sisters event and can call you my first friends and first people that I met there. And throughout our friendship, I've actually learned a few things about you that I'm sure Fawad has already learned, and some people have already hit on. But you're probably the best person to plan a trip. Her itinerary will be, like Aaron said, 4 pages long, and it's all revolving around food and timing of when to go and get certain foods at what time. You should see our DC trip that we planned last year. It was, I mean, not last year, but a few years ago now. It was all planned on food. It was 3 days of just gluttony, pure gluttony. And we really enjoyed it. Of course, also probably not one of the best drivers or best at directions. There were probably a few times that we drove through some shady streets in DC, so just have your GPS ready, just in case, and don't rely on Afra alone just for directions. But most importantly, Afra has a heart of gold. She's probably one of the first people who's always ready to help in any capacity that she can. She's your biggest cheerleader. And she can sometimes be a quick problem solver, sometimes not so much, but she'll lend an ear and just listen if you need to vent. I'm so proud and grateful to have your friendship and have been your friend for 10 plus years, and hopefully inshallah continue to have a lifelong friendship with you. Despite our long distance, I don't know if you remember, but I still remember our taco date before you left for Chicago for good. I'd like to share some matrimonial wisdom to you. I know that you've already been kind of living this life already. But marriage as well as life has its highs and lows. Compromise and understanding are your keys to success. Give each other the benefit of the doubt. And Fawad, just remember to come home with flowers, just cuz. Cheers to the happy couple. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your union with love, laughter, and happy ever after.
Assalamu alaikum. Well, that'll be pretty easy to follow, Hiba. My name is Sanya and I'm Afra's friend. Afra and I have been friends since our undergrad days at Loyola. Before meeting her, I actually knew about you through Azra and Maria for so long, but I hadn't met you yet for myself. During the first few months of Loyola, I started to believe that you didn't exist. So you know what I did? I searched you on Facebook just to see if it says Loyola on your Facebook page. But then one day on my way to biology, I don't know if you remember this, but you were with Fatma and we ran into each other and she introduced us and then we ditched class, got sushi, exactly what we do best. And then from that exact day, I knew you were my forever friend. I love you. Afra is my favorite DC tour guide and my favorite foodie, which you guys all know, she's the biggest foodie. It's only because of her I have found my favorite ramen place, which is unfortunately only in DC. She started my Molly's Cupcakes obsession, and she got me hooked on chicken and waffles and creamy mushroom mussels. She's always down to eat and try new foods and never judges a restaurant by the way it looks. They could be scary sometimes, but she finds the best food in the most dingiest hole-in-the-wall places. I feel like when we're together, our hangouts consist of literally just food, like a minimum of 3 restaurants per day, to the point where my little brother asked if that's all we did on the trip. We get along so well because we both have the same priority, food on vacations. Her cousins brought up this point because beyond Afra being a foodie, she also has a very unique way of speaking Urdu. I like to describe it as Afra's twist on Hyderabadi Urdu, not actual Urdu, or as our friend group likes to call it, Afrabadi. She says Urdu words that no one has ever heard of, or that I swear that you either mispronounce or you make up. It's one of those. She has her own dictionary and language, and therefore she's adopted the nickname of Afrabad from us. All teasing aside, alhamdulillah, I'm so happy and thankful to have you in my life, and I have an endless amount of love for you. You are truly a great friend, and the most down-to-earth person that I know with the most incredible heart. Afra, I'm so happy you found your other half in Fawad, and I hope, inshallah ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses your marriage with just happiness and joy and ease always.
Thank you so much. It was great to hear that validation. Hey, Afra, where's that Zabiha chicken and waffles place? I don't think we got that. And just so you all know, she probably is speaking Hyderabadi Urdu. You know, that's just how bad it is. We only have a few speeches left. Next, I'd like to invite the brother and sister of the groom, Zaid and Anam Sheikh.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum everyone. So for those of you who may not know, I am one of Fawad's older sisters. He has 2 of them. And he is the eldest of the boys. So he always likes to remind us that he's the big brother, even if it's for the apis in the family. Oh, by the way, following on an earlier conversation, Afra, don't worry about the visa for Pakistan because my husband was there. He's a diplomat for the Pakistan embassy, so he's got you covered. And we'll be waiting for you guys there. You guys need to get in the line then. Afra first. All right, so I've always been told by my mom that I really wanted a baby brother when I was 3, so I would anxiously wait for namaz time so that I can make dua for him. And over the years, alhamdulillah, I've not only coddled and spoiled Fawad, but we've developed a really close bond as siblings. When we were kids, I would always find Fawad singing, whether it was in the bathroom, in the halls, wherever you'd go, you just hear Fawad. And I'm sure, Afra, you can attest to that. From the age of 12, Fawad started singing completely on his own. So we don't have any music talent in the family. So you can imagine just the, son of an, immigrant himself. He started looking up YouTube videos, everything. He learned how to make YouTube videos himself. The next thing I know, he has found every single item to create his own studio. And he would tell us, every time I would come home, because I wasn't there necessarily the entire time for my education, every time I'd come home, Fawad would say, hey, you have a minute? Can you come in my studio? I have some new music. It sounds great. Can you tell me? So Fawad, what I really love about him is that he's very inquisitive, he's very curious, whether it's, as a kid, whether it's throwing things outside the balcony to see where they would land, or insisting to play with my dollhouse, or making music videos. His inquisitive nature has passed the test of time, and I think it has really helped him become successful in life. He always cares about your opinion. He will make sure that you are the center of the attention. He has his eyes open, ears open. He's very patient, alhamdulillah. He's very self-aware. So I think that is a key to being successful in a marriage. And inshallah, I pray that both of you will learn to do that, continue to do that, inshallah, and be happy in your marriage. I am very proud of the man that you've become today, Fawad, and I'm so happy that you were able to plan your wedding so that I could make it. Thank you for spoiling my kids just the way that I spoiled you. I love that I can always count on Fawad. If there's any problem that I'm having, whether it's a technical issue that I can't fix on my laptop, or it's something bigger than that, I know I can give Fawad a call. He may not get back to me because he's not really good with answering his phone, but I know that he will get back to me. So thank you for that. And Afra, I am so blessed and happy that we've gotten to know each other really well. You sound a lot like me, and I know that we're going to continue to get along really well. I just pray that both of you always stay happy and smiling, and please bring some cousins for Nuran and Mikael to play with. And may Allah always give you a happy, beautiful, blissful marriage for many, many years and an eternity to come. Thank you.
Salam everyone. Quick backstory on that song that started us all off. That's actually Fawad's old song. He probably didn't like me making that up, but it's okay. We'll talk about it later. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Zaid, and I'm Fawad's little brother. For those of you that do know me, you probably call me Tipu, or you probably call me Tipu Mamu, and I'm Fawad's little brother still. I don't do speeches normally, but I guess I'm taking a page out of Fawad's playbook today and doing something I don't like for the sake of being somebody's smile today. This one's for you. So for those of you that haven't met Fawad, or haven't gotten the chance to meet my older brother, he's smart, caring, extremely hardworking, and falls asleep often during the first few minutes of a movie. It's cool. More about him, Fawad's generosity really has no end. I think after getting the little brother he used to sing about, he got frustrated when I didn't know everything. He wanted me to know already, so he went out of his way to teach me everything he could. He taught me crucial things all through my life, whether I was able to thank him properly at the time or run home crying because I fell down off my bike. He taught me how to shoot a basketball, ride a bike, drive a car, trim my beard, make friends, operate in the real world, get a job, and be the man I am today. He has good intentions and good actions that go with them, whether we can see what he means at the time by them or not. He doesn't give up on you regardless of how many times you mess up, and he's a great person to have by your side, whatever the occasion or wherever the place. Consider yourself lucky to have him on your journey of life by your side, as he's lucky to have you by his. I wish both of you all the best, and may Allah grant you all peace, happiness, everything. Thank you.
So we have the brother of the bride, Dr. Afra Fawad. You'll have to excuse him, he looks very low energy today. He just finished his 70-mile hike down 12 different mountains and forcing Ruqayya and Adam to come with him. But we all know Q very well. He has a huge heart, and I'm just gonna let him go ahead and speak about Afra, and if he doesn't cry, I'm gonna be sure.
Salam everyone. I'm going to keep it short because I know people are hungry. I can tell. I can see the faces, my uncle's faces. Their stomachs are gurgling. I can see it. So, my name is Khurram. I'm obviously Afra's brother, and I really want to thank you all for being here. Just so you know, my cousin Asen flew in from Boston today. He had a kid 2 weeks ago, but he's here today. So I just want to give him a little bit of a shout out. It's pretty amazing that he's here. My cousin Ibrahim, he flew in from DC today. We got family from California, from Michigan, Ohio, Texas, even Mississippi, Toronto, everywhere. So they're all here today. Really want to thank you guys all for being here. We even got my friends here, Peru 2022 crew. What's up, crew? Yeah, they're all here today. Every crew is here today. So back to Afra, because I think this is still about her. Afra and I are very close. I think a lot of people know that. We talk for probably 30, 40 minutes a day when I'm driving back from work. But honestly, we weren't always close. And the reason why is because we have a 5-year age gap. Afra is 5 years younger than me. So when I was 10, she was 5. When I was 15, she was 10. So these are really big age gaps when you're kids. And so, in general, we spent a lot of time together. We shared a room till we were 18. Imagine that. All you kids out there, me and my sister, we shared a room till we were 18 years old. I was 18 years old. We talked a lot. My mom is one of those tiger moms. She's very strict. And so we spent a lot of time indoors. We watched Arthur. We discussed Harry Potter theories. We were very cool. We did a lot of cool stuff. I was into sports. I was into basketball and stuff. She thinks Shaquille O'Neal was an ABC show. She doesn't really know much about other stuff that I'm into. But in general, we live parallel lives. I made fun of her a lot. I used to call her Klima93. And this is a really weird nickname because I like Klima. Everyone likes Klima. I think all of you like Klima. But for some reason, she inhales Klima. She used to eat it by the spoonful sometimes. And I was like, man, this girl loves Klima. I'm going to call her Klima93. So she was really upset about this for 10 years. She would not eat Klima around me. She would secretly go to the kitchen. My mom would shovel her spoonfuls of Klima. She would eat it secretly and not tell anyone. And it got so bad that people in India that I've never met were calling my mom. They're like, "Main suni tumhare beti ko Klima bahut pasand." And everyone is like, "What? Everyone knows this. It's crazy." Things travel fast in Hyderabadi families. So I made fun of her a lot as a kid. And then I went off to college, and every weekend I would come back. And I started noticing my little bratty sister, who was kind of annoying, she was kind of just around, she was turning into this interesting person. What I mean by that is I would come home, she'd be eating something, I'd say, what are you eating? And she's like, oh, this is a teriyaki tofu pad thai bowl with edamame. This is 2006. That doesn't exist in 2006. I was like, I don't even know half of those words. But really, she's one of the OG foodies. She's a real foodie. There's a lot of fake foodies in the world. She's a real foodie. When she was 13, she was eating edamame. I mean, who eats edamame? I mean, come on. And then I started hanging out with her. I started noticing that when I was on campus, I wanted to come back and I wanted to spend time with her. Really weird. She's my little sister. I never really felt that way before. And then when I was in medical school, we were so lame and I was broke. So we were getting up at 9 a.m. in the morning waiting for Groupons to come out for $1 deals. And I would buy 7 or 8 Groupons with her. Then we would drive around the west side, east side, south side of Chicago, just eating Groupons at various restaurants. I went to a Russian restaurant. I went to a Peruvian, whatever. We were just going. Groupon was a big scam. The food was never good, but the memories I have with Afra for those 2 years are amazing. And actually, my friends would text me and they'd be like, yo, we're hanging out, it's Friday night, what are you doing? I'd be like, oh, I got an exam Monday. But I didn't have an exam, I was just eating Groupons with my sister. And I was at Chopal on demand. That's what I was doing. But honestly, I'm very, very proud of the person Afra's become. Honestly, I think she combines the 2 best characteristics of my parents. So my dad is very, very, very humble. I think anyone who knows him knows that about him. He's just a very humble man in general. And so Afra has that in her. She knows where she came from at all times, and she never lets her head get too big. There's a lot of people in the world who accomplish a little bit and they get very airy in their head. Afra is not like that. And she has that from my dad. From my mom, what she has is that my mom is obsessive about her family. She would do anything for her brothers and sisters and her parents. I mean, so short of kill, maybe even kill. I think she would even kill for her brothers and sisters, honestly. She loves her brothers and sisters. And so, Afra, honestly, is the same way with me, Rukhaya, Adam, and Hana. And I see that. She's very protective of us. And it's just the best characteristic that she has. Afra, I'm very proud of the person you've become. You're a compassionate doctor. You're a very nice person. You're very humble. I really hope you always stay this way. I know you will, inshallah. We are always here for you. We're always going to be your family. We want you to come visit. We want you to come stay with us. We miss you a lot. And really, that's all I have. Food is served. I know there's a lot of food outside. There's chai tea, bubble tea as well. So everyone, just help yourselves.
Hold on.
Okay, not right now, but shortly. But yeah, okay, anyway, that's me. All right, so welcome.
Yeah, thorough.
So before we go to food, one last piece of advice. There is no such thing when you're eating at Fawad's house, when you're eating Sayyida Auntie's house, called khima. It is khima. Fawad's probably already corrected you on that. Please, for the love of God, there's no kha in the Pakistani language. And please go outside, the doors are open, and help yourself to food. Prayer for Afra and Fawad, may Allah bless you. Barakallahu lakuma, may He bless your marriage. Wa baraka alaykuma, may He bring blessings from it. Wa jama'a baynakuma fi khairin, may He bring you together in goodness always. Ameen. Thank you again.
दिल को जाने क्या हुआ मिलके अपना सा तू लगा कैसे मैं करूं बयां तुमसे ये जुनून है या गुमां ऐसे मुझे तुम मिले जैसे कोई दिन खिले जाने कहाँ हम चले चाहे जो भी दिल करे जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह मैं भी तेरा हूँ जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह मैं भी तेरा हूँ जाने न दूसरा समझे तू ही मेरी जुबान मैंने मुझे सा दीवानापन देखा ना कहीं तेरे सिवा तुझसे दिन शुरू शामें डले अब तो नजर से भी न तू हटे जितनी है फुर्सतें दे दूं सारी मैं तुझे तू मुझे जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह मैं भी तेरा हूँ जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह मैं भी तेरा हूँ जहाँ देखा है आँखों ने आज देखा ख्वाबों का आसमां है तेरा करता हूँ शुक्रिया जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह मैं भी तेरा हूँ जिस राह भी जाऊं तुझको ही चाहूं हम राह अब से मेरा तू हम राह तेरा हूँ तुझ पे मेरी है दावेदारियां, तुझसे है दिल की साझेदारियां, साझेदारियां। तुझ पे मेरी है दावेदारियां, तुझसे है दिल की साझेदारियां। तेरे बिन सांसें लूं तो जी ना सकूं, अब तू ही बता क्या मैं करूं, क्या करूं, क्या करूं। Girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you। सुबह से शाम तक लम्हे बाहों में तेरी गुजारूं, चेहरा तेरा सामने रख के इस दिल में आज उतारूं। हो आंखों का नशा गुलाबी अब रहा न जाए जरा भी, तू दे परमिशन पी लूं, तेरे नाम का बनूं शराबी, उतरे ना तेरी खुमारी, भूलूं मैं दुनिया सारी। Oh girl, every time I see you बढ़ती जाए बेताबी। Girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you।
आंखों से है ये नींद खफा कि तेरी ओर चल पड़ा ये दिल का रास्ता। पहली दफा आंखों से है ये नींद खफा कि तेरी ओर चल पड़ा ये दिल का रास्ता।
तेरी धड़कन से मेरी धड़कन अब जुड़ने लगी, क्या मैं करूं, क्या करूं, क्या करूं। Girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, never leave you।
लम्हे मैंने तेरे लिए है रख दिए, दिल ये तुझको दे दिया है बिन कुछ लिए। लम्हे मैंने तेरे लिए है रख दिए, दिल ये तुझको दे दिया है बिन कुछ लिए।
तेरी नजरों की तरफ नजरें अब मुड़ने लगी, क्या मैं करूं, क्या करूं, क्या करूं। Girl, I need you, girl, I need you, girl, I need you, Never leave you, girl, I need you. Girl, I need you, girl, I need you. Never leave you. सच्चियां मोहब्बतां निभावांगा, रांझिया मैं तेरा कहलावांगा। एक बारी दिल लग जाने दे, दिल दा करार बन जावांगा।
सच्चियां मोहब्बतां निभावांगी, हीरे मैं तेरी कहलावांगी। एक बारी दिल लग जाने दे, दिल दा करार बन जावांगी।
इल्तिजा दिल दी है एक पहल इश्क की, होने दे दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन दे। दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन दे। दिन रात तुझे मैं देखा करूं, आँखों की यही बस चाहत है। दिन रात तुझे मैं देखा करूं, आँखों की यही बस चाहत है। मैं कैद हूँ तेरी लकीरों में, तेरे साथ ही मेरी किस्मत है। जीत की हार की एक पहल प्यार की, होने दे दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन दे। दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन दे।
मेरा रब तुझ में ही वसदा है, दिल करता तेरी इबादत है। मेरा रब तुझ में ही वसदा है, दिल करता तेरी इबादत है। नज़दीक है लेकिन कह न सके, मुझको तेरी ही आदत है। बेवजह जीने की हौले हौले से दिल खोने दे। दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन दे। दिल जानिए मैनू जी लैन दे दो, लफ्ज़ मोहब्बत कह लैन
रातों को सोना नहीं, बातें सुबह तक चले, क्या हो गया है मुझे। साथ तो खोना नहीं, मर जाऊंगा मैं भले, प्यार हुआ है मुझे। कितने ही काम मैं टालता हूँ, रोज आता हूँ मिलने तुझे। दोस्तों को भी मैं टांग दूं, चाहे कहीं भी बुलाए मुझे। इतना बता दे जैसा मैं करूँ, फील होता है क्या वो तुझे। क्या लगता है तुझको कि दुनिया में है सिर्फ मैं और तू, मैं और तू। मैं जानू ना बिना तेरे क्या करूं। ये बेरंग सी जिंदगी है मेरी, रंग बोलो कैसे भरूं। क्यों मानू ना जीऊं के मैं या मरूं। क्या हो गया है मुझे, कैसे अब गुजारता हूँ रातें मैं याद करके तुझे। आ जाए दिल को सुकून फिर से, आज भर ले बाहों में मुझे। ओ इतना बता दे जैसा मैं करूँ, फील होता है क्या वो तुझे। क्या लगता है तुझको कि दुनिया में है सिर्फ मैं और तू। ये मैं और तू, ओ मैं और तू, मैं और तू। रातों को सोना नहीं, बातें सुबह तक चले, क्या हो गया है मुझे। हाँ ओ इतना बता दे जैसा मैं करूँ, फील होता है क्या वो तुझे। क्या लगता है तुझको कि दुनिया में है सिर्फ मैं और तू। जो मैं तुझसे मिला, थोड़ा सबसे जुदा, थोड़ा खुद से हुआ हूँ। जो मैं कह ना सका, नजरों में है लिखा, जरा पढ़ के बता तू। मैं हूँ तेरी आंखों में, तेरी मेरी राहों में, एक पल भी ना हो फासला। अब देखूं ना आए जो अब कोई सुबह, तेरे बिना और चाहूं ना हो सच कोई ख्वाब मेरा तेरे बिना। अधूरा सा ही था, यूं ही चलता रहा, आके तुझ पे रुका हूँ। देखा सारा ये जहां, तू ही अपना लगा, मैं तो अब से तेरा हूँ। मैं हूँ तेरी आंखों में, तेरी मेरी राहों में, एक पल भी ना हो फासला। अब देखूं ना आए जो अब कोई सुबह, तेरे बिना और चाहूं ना।
बचसे खान मजकूर दिउ में रुखसात म्यान बाय जानो। बचसे खान मजकूर दिउ में रुखसात म्यान बाय जानो। बचसे खान उंगली पकड़ के तूने चलना सिखाया था ना। दहलीज ऊंची है ये पार करा दे। बाबा मैं तेरी मलिका, टुकड़ा हूँ तेरे दिल का, एक बार फिर से दहलीज पार करा दे। मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो। दर्द की भी पार करा दे। बाबा मैं तेरी मलिका, टुकड़ा हूँ तेरे दिल का, एक बार फिर से दहलीज पार करा।
दिल बरो बर्फे गलेगी फिर से। मेरे दिल बरो फसलें पकेंगी फिर से तेरे पाँव के तले मेरी दुआ चले दुआ मेरी चले
उंगली पकड़ के तूने चलना सिखाया था ना दहलीज ऊंची है ये पार करा दे बाबा मैं तेरी मलिका टुकड़ा हूँ तेरे दिल का एक बार फिर से दहलीज पार करा दे
मुड़ के ना देखो